Welcome back to Optimized Health, where we're making easy, healthy, and delicious meals. Today, we want to talk about a topic that is unfortunately new because it's so interesting and so applicable to our ladies who are going through their menstrual cycles still. And just because science is a little slower with us, but it's going to be relevant for those of us who have any sort of immune conditions as well. And it's the intertwined relationship between our menstrual cycles, our hormones, and our immune function. And I'm going to give you some basic understanding and principles of how to understand your body a little bit better and what may be happening, at the cellular level and the things you're experiencing, how to correlate those and figure out how to better optimize your life and your experience. So getting into the menstrual cycle, we're going to start on day one, which is traditionally defined as the first day of the menstrual period. And that is going to be a day when the hormones start to increase again. And so we're going to be having some levels of hormones that may not be, smooth, and these may be kind of fluctuating. This can be, experienced as having maybe some things like migraine headaches, maybe a little bit of mood swings, maybe still having some bloating and things like of that nature. And it's important to note that as our estrogen is rising at this time, we are getting more strong immune function. And then as we're getting into week 2, hopefully we have smoothed out and a more even keel of our hormone levels. We are going to start to have estrogen, progesterone rising, and our immune function increasing up until the point of ovulation. For a lot of women, it's about 2-week mark at 14 days. If you have a longer cycle, you just want to look at approximately midpoint in that cycle. So if you have a 32-day, maybe your ovulation is around day 16. You can also look at your symptoms and see, your experience, how your signs of ovulation will show up. Typically are going to be with a better sleeping, better mood, better energy levels, having more drive and just ability to focus and get things done, as well as with sexual desire being strongest typically around this time of the month, leading up to a few days leading up to ovulation, and then day of ovulation typically is pretty pronounced relative to the rest of the cycle. And this time is probably the best for immune function. And unfortunately, if you have autoimmune disease, it's probably going to be one of the worst times for autoimmune disease symptoms. So if you're having strange symptoms and you're not really sure what's going on, if you're looking at your cycles and looking at your symptoms and you're starting to see an increase in symptoms at this period of time, you might want to figure out if this could be some sort of autoimmune related thing. And now when we're moving into week 3, we're going to start to have our hormones slowly declining, hopefully. Sometimes some people have a more abrupt drop in the hormones, and then they can experience mood changes and things like a little bit of kind of depressed mood, maybe a little bit with changes with energy levels. And that's going to be because the estrogen is dropping, because after ovulation.
You should talk to your doctor, healthcare provider, or veterinarian to see if any of these recipes, suggestions, or contents of these videos are right for you. Nothing contained in these videos are intended to be taken as medical advice. Use at your own risk.
We're not really producing that, so hopefully it's gradual depending on how you metabolize. If you're optimizing with your diet and some of the other lifestyle things that we talk about in other videos, that can certainly help to try to help your transition be smooth so you don't experience as many symptoms. In week 3, approximately, our immune system is going to be at probably its lowest, moving all the way up until approximately week 4, which again would circle all the way back to day 1 and the beginning where we started. So week 3 is a time when you're more susceptible to infectious things, with your immune system being kind of crippled because of progesterone. And the progesterone, it will react with certain cell receptors and block certain activities that are otherwise should be turned on. And so this, you can try to remember why this is happening at this time, because after ovulation, your body is trying to prepare you for pregnancy and implantation, and it doesn't want you to have a immune reaction to that baby or to that fetus and then potentially, lose that pregnancy. So at this time, anyone with autoimmune disease typically will be having improvements and just reduced symptoms around this time. So if you're starting to see strange symptoms that you're worried about autoimmune disease and you're tracking your cycle this around week 3, the week before you start your period, you want to see, well, are these symptoms getting better? And then maybe it's something that could be autoimmune related. And I hope you guys find this helpful. If you have any questions, anything that you'd like to talk about with this topic or anything else, just let us know. Let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to address something. If I don't know it, be happy to look it up so we can talk about it. And I hope you guys will like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.